there. It's good to see you all. And right now I have some little friends who can give you hugs. Hug! Yes, they can just come along and hug somebody. And so now when we can't be near Grandma, near a good friend or whoever that we'd like to hug, we can send them a hug. And that can be really fun to do. And so I want to just talk about that today and explain how to make this and what to do with it. Because hugs bring comfort to people. And happy is the family that comforts others, for they will be considerate. And Psalm 91:19 says, I was very worried, but your comfort brought me joy. And that's what we want to do. We want to bring joy to other people. So I want to talk about how to do this and what you need. Well, it helps to have pictures of yourself, so you can print out a page, figure out what size you really need to print them to fit on the head of the puppet. Or you can always just color in your own face. You need the patterns, and I did put the pattern on my website under the free downloads, resources free downloads, and I'm also will send you the link to the puppet pattern for this puppet, as well as to make some doll clothes for the puppet. And then the next thing that you want to do is you're going to want to cut that out. So you're going to take your paper and fold it in half. Put that half across the dotted line of your paper. You're going to fold, and you've got the dotted line of this pattern. If I had it upside down, I might even be able to match it up here. Right there. Okay. So that's what you would be putting that pattern on top of your solid piece of paper, actually. And you can trace it, or you can simply cut that. And I thought I had one that was traced, ready to be cut, but that's all right. I've got the one that's already cut. Once you do that, you can open it up. That's a funny paper doll because it has these long tabs, and that's how we're going to make the puppet part of it. You're going to take that tab, and I first fold it down right at the top of the arm. Okay, so we have a good crease on that. Then on the back side, I'm going to take this and make a tube by curling that around so that it would make a little tube. But before I actually fasten that down, I need some tape or glue or something. And so I'm going to just use tape, whether you use tape or glue, whatever type of adhesive you want. I'm going to take that tape and put it at the top where some of the tape hangs over, goes down to the sides, and curl it again right to where I had it before. And when I curl that on the back side here, I'm going to be curling it around and pressing that tape in. So that gives me a tube where my finger goes in. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to take that piece of tape. I'm going to take that up at the top on the back. Okay, I press it right against the front of the top on the back. And I don't really want to press it against itself there. I want it opened here. And then I'm going to curl that up, push it down so that it's hiding behind the arm, press it across, and then I've got my little taped piece. If any of the tape happens to go up where you don't want it to go, just grab scissors and cut that piece off. I have it on one side, not the other. I just want to be able to show you what to do if you're thinking you didn't do it quite right. So then I have my little puppet that can open and close its arms. And I like to bend the arms a little bit and front and behind these little tubes. Kind of muscles there, huh? Put some muscle in your hug. And then it's ready to really, just go ahead and open and close. So then at that point, you can take a picture of yourself and glue that on to the top of the puppet or tape it on. And if you have what is called double-sided tape, both sides are sticky. So no matter which side, it's sticking to my finger. And I can put that on the back of my face that I've cut out, and then very quickly and easily put it right onto the head. Now that head might be a little bit bigger than the other head. You might trim it off, or you might play and say, can I make one that's just more this size? But now I have the head on, at which point you can color and decorate the body of this puppet, or you can make some paper doll clothes to put on the puppet. And that can be fun too. So for doing that, there's a couple of ways to having them stick on. And whether you're making, say, a t-shirt and little pants, or you're making a skirt and a top, or a dress and a hat. The hat is really just a circle with a slit in it. Look at that, it just slides right in there. And you've got your little hat that sticks on. The little dress has tabs, like all paper dolls have little tabs usually to keep the dress on, but really to keep it in place when you're hugging because it's a puppet. I have tabs on the bottom and the top of the arms. That really helps that stay on much better, so that I can just take that, press down these tabs very nicely on around the neck on the other side of the puppet tube, or the finger tube, and make sure that's all pressed in. So when I've done that, then I have a paper doll where I've got the clothes on my doll. There we go. Okay, and one thing that's also fun, and you can do if you happen to have any double-sided Velcro, sticky-sided Velcro, or in my case, what I have, this is called Velcro dots, and it's used in scrapbooking. And so there's two sides. There's the soft, fuzzy side, and there's the sticky side, but you just lift it off, and the back side is already adhesive. So you can, I first put it on the puppet. So I don't want to put it on the folder. I can't bend to fold up the hugs, the arms. And so I have one up here and one here, and I've got one right down on one side. Actually, I cut one in half and put a half on either side here. So if you look at the skirt part, we've got little tabs. It's hard to see them. I should have put this on the brown one. And then I put the other side of it, I actually take the other side and stick it right on top of there, and then I press the doll outfit on right where I want it to be, because when I do that, it gets those little dots in exactly the right place for me for when I'm going to use it. And it's all set. I don't need the tabs. I can actually cut those off if I want to. I could have them on to just give it a little more adhesion. And that way I have my little outfit and little skirt and top back on the doll. And if I need to press it. Now, a fun thing with some papers is some papers are double-sided. They have a pattern on both sides. And that's fun too. And if yours doesn't have a pattern on the back side, or it's just a solid color, maybe it's white pattern on one side, you can always use stickers, crayons, colors, whatever you want to add more to it so that it's fun. So you've got paper dolls and you have a gift to send a friend, and or your grandma, your aunt, whoever you're missing and can't see. And with it, you can write a little note saying, just put your fingers in, squeeze it together, and you've got a hug from me. Imagine that, just making that so much fun for them, because we really do like to do things that are fun, that we can also play with at home, and that we can use to help other people, and that's just always lots and lots of fun. And it's just great to give people comfort. I think this is a mini little care package, because you're sending one little hug that's a paper that can fit inside of a regular little envelope. Let me see. So that can just fit in your regular sized envelope. You just fold it up and put it in, and it won't be any problem at all. And so it's a little tiny care package. And I always say, happy is the family who gives gifts to one another, for they will be caring. And we like to do that. People have given care packages way back. Why, Joseph in the Old Testament gave a care package of lots of things to his father. In Genesis 45:23, it says, Joseph sent his father 10 male donkeys loaded with the best things from Egypt. He also sent 10 female donkeys loaded with grain and bread and other supplies for his journey. But he wanted to send his dad a care package. And sometimes you can send sweet little things. If you want to give them something soft and fuzzy because they haven't got the softness of your hug, you can add in a little pom-pom or cotton ball to remind them that, you miss the softness of a hug with them. Anything like that to add to the fun. So just go ahead and send hugs to your friends, send hugs to your family, and have a great time making them and doing it. And thank you for joining me today in my office. So bye. I'm going to end.